Hi, fellow traders. The first trading day of 2018 is in the books. For some it went real good, some it went okay, some it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. But that's okay. That's okay. It's not going to be like this forever. Success is never convenient. It'll never come when we want it. The problem we face is the fact that quitting and losing, they're always the easy way out. And it's always there staring us in our face every day, talking about, come on over to the light. It's always easy over here. You don't have to work hard for this. And it's what causes us to start and stop, and we never get anywhere. We never can build up any momentum to get over to the other side. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've never not been honest with anybody I talk to. It's going to take more than a month to get it. You can't subscribe for a month and get it. It's going to take more than 3 months to get it. It may take more than 6 months. It may take more than a year to get where you want to be. It took me 2 years to trade my way out of my job. 2 years of hard work and dedication. And all these people that are selling you on it otherwise, they're full of it. And I'll tell them to their face, because I'm telling you, once you have been through the fire, you can recognize pretenders anywhere. Okay, the ones that's been through it and the ones that haven't. And you can hear it in the way they talk. So, and I'm, sometimes I may come across as being ugly when, somebody sends me an email or something and says, hey, I really want to join your services. I've been watching your emails. I connect with you. If you give me a membership and I make money this month, I can pay for your subscription. Hell no. That's not the attitude. Those are the people that aren't going to make it. Why? Because they're not investing in themselves. They do not have, the confidence in themselves to invest $100 or a couple $100 into their success. So if you come at me that way, just think about it. You're asking me to invest in you, but you're not willing to invest in yourself. That makes absolutely no sense. So don't come at it that way. Don't, just because you may have run into these people who have, filled your head up with a bunch of false hopes, just don't quit because it didn't work for you that time, or the second time, or the third time, or the 20th time. You got to keep grinding it out. You can't fail if you don't quit. And just because it's not easy doesn't mean you can't get it done. Look, I lived most of my childhood as a quitter. If it didn't come easy to me, I quit. And I had to live with that for a long time, and it's tough. Okay, but I am so glad I turned it around. Just don't give up. There are no limits except the ones that we place on ourselves, or the ones that we allow others to place on us. There are no limits. We have no limits. So I'm here talking to you today because I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I picked up the pieces every time I fell, and I pressed forward. There were people that tried to break me. They tried to make me compromise my beliefs and not do things the right way. But I said no, and I fought through that pain. And now I am that much closer to my dreams. Now I'm living in my abundance. Do I still have challenges? Absolutely. You guys in the community, you see it every day. But now I know what's on the other side. And I don't quit. I persevere. So you guys, understand, success is never going to be convenient. It's always going to take some work, and that there are no limits except the ones that we place on ourselves or the ones that we allow others to place on us. We keep that in mind, we won't even have to worry about all this other stuff. We'll be focused and really moving in the right direction. So today, I'm sorry I had to take off. I had to deal with some stuff with my daughter's school. I was working with that, and a lot of stuff just kind of took my focus off of trading. So what I decided I was going to do, and one of the things that I was focusing on, was when I have a lot going on and things are taking my mind away from trading, I stop. I'm not quitting. I'm making a judgment call here to stop trading that day because I can't give it the focus that I need, and it's going to end badly. So that's kind of what I did. And, I could have easily made another $1,000 a day. Easily if I had been able to stay engaged. But that's part of my focus this year. And I don't know if you've noticed, but nowhere have I ever said anything about a New Year's resolution or anything like that, because I don't believe in that. Resolutions only last a couple of weeks. Hell, I don't even go to the gym the first 2 weeks of the year because that's when all the pretenders are going to be there. Those that pretending that they're going to work out that rest all year. And you could point them out. You could walk in and you could point them out one by one by one. You could see it. Like I said, if you've been through the fire, you can tell. Those that's been through what I've been through, you can tell whether I've actually been through it or not. You can hear the pain in my voice. But, so I didn't get to do it, and it's too late to start. The thing resets at midnight, so can't get back on it to get the actual, entries and exits, the exact price. But you can see, why this was the second trade I took, and this was an awesome trade here. I got in, I got long here. I had to hold through this pullback. And what this was, I was waiting for it to close above the opening range high. I didn't get a chance to mark this chart, but this is the opening range high. I waited for this candle to close above it, and then I got in. Well, I had to hold through this pullback because I expected this can happen. Anytime you do this, you can expect a pullback at some point. I was wanting it to hit the 200 here and then pull back. But again, it doesn't work the way you want it to all the time. So I got in, had to hold through this pullback, and then we got, good, solid trade. So I went back and added this up, and this was almost $700 right here. And these were covers, and this was my last cover here on my long trade. And here is where I got in. I was going long. Okay, I was looking for the bounce off the 200, and we got a little bounce, and got a little move up, but then we immediately sold off. I ended up stopping out here, and then I went and got a long trade here and covered some here, and the other part I ended up having to stop out when we couldn't bounce off this. Ended up having to stop out. I'm missing that last cover here on this chart. But I stopped out and ended up, with only $113.22. I mean, this trade, I was up when I added this up. This one trade was over $700, and this was pretty nice here. But I ended up giving it back, and of course I could have fought back. I really feel I would have fought my way back. This is what we've been doing every day. I've been messing up in the mornings, and then in the afternoon is when I've been really rolling. But hey, that's just the way it is. Okay, this was the first trade I took this morning, and this was a big mistake. This was the 5-minute opening range breakdown. I was using this candle, but what happened was there was no volume. And I took it anyway, even though we didn't have any volume here. This is really bad volume for an opening range trade. This is where you just really need to stay away from this and don't trade this at all. But I took a chance, and as usual, my first trade, I dug a hole. And on this trade, I was up over 7 something, and had this would have been a really nice day. But 113.22, at least we're green. Didn't start out the year red, which is good. I'm happy with that. But tomorrow, is a new day. We'll be back at it. See if we can, take advantage of what the market's going to give us tomorrow. So really looking forward to it, and really getting this year cranked up. So I'm going to sign off here. And again, I apologize to you guys for having to bail a little bit early today, but had to take care of that. So we'll be back at it in the morning, and we'll see what we can do. So you guys have a great night. It's morning here, so you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in a few.